on, guys? This is another First and 10 from Second Opinion Productions. I am Soleb. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Skelly, and we are here with Ghost Recon Future Soldier in Nicaragua with a hanging woman and her beautiful skin and some ugly, non-polished guy.
I can see boogers in his nose.
You can see what?
I could see boogers in his nose when I looked up. No.
Okay, so Skelly,
Yes.
you like this game, man?
Oh, I think this is by far one of the best shooters in a long time. I'm enjoying it. I'm hooked on it.
Now, this is something I didn't understand, though.
What's that?
What? Blackness?
Oh, because they're going, they're cycling through different people that are on the team. And
are
they're
they? Okay.
looking through their perspective.
Oh.
So it goes black and
I
then
was
it
like,
goes
what
through.
the crap is it doing that for?
Oh, yeah.
And then, where is it? Is it right here?
And you get shot.
Shabam!
Yeah.
Oh, blood!
I loved it.
Oh, that hurt, Mom.
Yeah, the game's amazing. The customization for multiplayer and the guerrilla mode and whatnot is phenomenal. I'm just really enjoying it.
I played the beta. I really enjoyed the beta. I remember talking about it on the podcast. How great the game was. Just the online mode.
Yeah.
And I'm very ready to play it. It's just I've been so caught up with Max Payne and Minecraft.
And the way the campaign, the single player plays out too. You can do co-op single player. You can do split screen. You can also do local LAN co-op if you wanted to, which a lot of games now aren't really putting in. As far as
really taken away from that.
Right. And they're going mostly co-op online or split screen. Now this one actually has and this part coming up right here, I didn't die right here, but I wanted to show off how if you get shot a bunch of times, you don't actually die. Your team can actually come and save you. So I actually like that. And then you also have an option. It's like that in multiplayer, but you have an option to commit suicide. So
really?
So the other team can't get the kill.
Yeah,
You just kill yourself.
That's awesome. So what I really like about this gameplay is the fast-paced running. That's one thing that a lot of games here recently haven't done. Is real fast-paced sprinting, or it'll be something like Gears of War, where you really have to be a fan of the game to stay used to it. You know.
Yeah, it's not that Gears of War type, bouncing, getting motion sick as you're running.
Yeah.
And that's what the issue with Gears was, and this actually does it right, where, the camera stays good. You're not going to get motion sick while running. So if you're not used to third person, well, that part does right there.
Yeah, this part right here.
Because that's a cutscene. But the gameplay, you won't get motion sick while playing. You won't get a headache. So anyone who's used to that and maybe is thinking about not getting this game because they don't want to, get those headaches, you don't have to worry about it. Go pick it up. It's amazing.
Oh, the dude's arms are on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he falls
man.
to his death.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was real for a second.
Dun, dun, dun.
So one thing I did really like about the beta is that they had, while you were playing, you had to rely on your other teammates to pass some of these levels.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I've heard very good things about the single player, is that you have to do the same exact aspect. You can't just go running in and being like, yeah, you'll get your ass killed.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that a lot going into single player. I'm used to like Gears, just hauling ass and running through, basically without even thinking about the guys on my squad or in my team. And this,
What is this right here? Up, down, BA, back, start.
I was bored and doing the Konami code during the load screen. That's how bored I got. That's one thing I do suggest. Install to your hard drive. Play from your hard drive.
Yeah,
the loading screens will be completely different.
That's one thing. It seems like a lot of people finally been able to get away from loading screens and give you the option. So It's coming up on this cutscene, folks. We're going to get a little quiet, let you get a little bit more in tune with the game, and we'll be right back.
Major.
Gentlemen,
We loading up?
When we're done here. Our unit's never been hit this hard before. And why don't you just take a minute, share a word, say a prayer if that's your way.
We're good to go, sir.
All right then, let's go get these sons of bitches that did this. Details will be on your MRTs. The bomb that killed our men was headed for our southern border. They paid a steep personal price to stop it. But that's the cost we choose to bear for our nation. The cost that Ramirez, Allen, McGann, and Haynes chose to pay on our behalf. Their sacrifice was not in vain. Let's just make sure we don't have to make the same one again. That bomb had to pass through a lot of hands to end up where it did. One of the men in the chain, Gabriel Paez, wants to come in. And Paez is a mid-level drug runner and a new kid on the block in gun running. Sounds like he bit off more than he could chew, and now he wants out. He claims he didn't know the bomb's target. Blah, 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 I don't care. Paez is a loose thread. Time to pull.
A sensor picks up hostiles and pipe the intel back to your HUD. If this goes to plan, you won't have to do much.
Now let's talk about this, Skelly. Let's talk about the gunsmith, bro.
It's not as at such an early level. It's not as in depth as I want it to be. But once you get into that level on multiplayer, that unlocks more, dude, it is ridiculous. Freaking upgrading things as small as like the gas system on the gun, that most people don't even know what that's gonna do in real life, but they give you that option in the game.
Oh yeah, that's one thing they showed off at E3 as well, is that on the Xbox 360 version you can actually control it with Kinect.
Yes, I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm actually gonna test that out tonight.
Sweet.
So yeah, you're supposed to be able to like talk to it, tell it what you want it to do, and it'll mess with your guns that way. So
yeah. Well, I mean, overall, the game is good. Now, I will say, visually wise, whenever it comes down to realistic look of certain players, it's no Modern Warfare.
No.
It doesn't have this very realistic look to a human's face. But whenever it comes down to the military aspect of it being, an advanced warfighter or whatever,
visually, it's not the most stunning game. It is, although I'm going to say it is a great looking game, not the best out there. However, the sound and the audio in the game is phenomenal. If you let it go through that initial install of the audio codecs and all that stuff when you first load the game for the first time, dude, the audio is ridiculous. I was playing it with my Astro A30s, and I've never heard a game. The way the guns sound when you shoot them, the way explosions go off, just the way the surround sound is in general through this headset, it's above and beyond any other game that I've actually heard through this headset.
It's awesome. All right.
Paez must have bugged out.
Understood. We'll track his cell and try to get a fix on him.
What do we do in the meantime?
Keep our eyes open and get ready to do some hunting.
And now this is where we're about to go and actually venture out into the streets to kill people. Yeah.
Into the streets, baby.
And I love the futuristic aspect of the guns, how they have that circle over them.
Yeah.
And also you'll notice at certain points, if I'm in range of teammates and whatnot, you'll see lines drawn between me and my teammates. So that way I know where they are at all times.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And also, like right there, it shows his position.
Mm-hmm.
And that's supposed to be part of their
and that right there,
tech gear.
Those sensors, crazy. And I love it how you throw the sensor, and like there's two guys on the left-hand side that are behind like a little cart or whatever, and once your reticle turns red and you shoot, it will shoot directly through stuff. It's actually realistic. Lower grade cover, like wooden fences, just like that. Watch, see, through that small wooden fence, right through it, guy's dead. Not like some of these other shooters where you shoot the fence and it's just like, okay, I'm behind a piece of plywood and I'm not. It's actually cover. No. If you hide behind plywood, you better be ready to get shot the fuck up.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing I liked about the upcoming part as well, is how you can shoot from cover.
What, like that?
Now, just hang on. Like this right here? Yeah. There's a lot of games that give you the option to kind of shoot from cover, but this upcoming scene right here to where the hostiles come out, there's one section to where you actually are shooting from behind cover.
Yeah.
And it still gives you basically enough maneuver to where you're able to kill your enemies while you're in cover. There's a lot of games now that don't give you that maneuver.
Right.
You know, you have to jump into, you know, open areas or whatever else.
I love just the way this game feels and the way it plays out. I was worried that they weren't going with another Advanced Warfighter. And they were going with this, which to me feels a lot like Advanced Warfighter, only better. And I just am so happy with what Ubisoft did to this.
And that's what I was so excited about whenever I was playing the beta, is the gameplay, how smooth the game runs. You know, like we said, the graphics aren't the best graphics in the world, but the gameplay itself and experience that you have really makes you feel like you are you know, an elite soldier.
Oh yeah, and I've said this a lot in the past, and people who know me will attest to this. I will sacrifice graphics for gameplay all day. Yeah. And this game is one of the reasons I will say that all the time, because they didn't do the best graphics, they didn't do, you know, the best visuals in the industry, but they got the gameplay like on point.
Yeah.
And it's the most realistic gun sounds in the game, in any game that I've seen. The way the guns sound, the way the explosions in the background, or when you throw a grenade go off, it's the most realistic in my opinion.
Yeah. There's a lot of times that people, companies do get that wrong too. You know, they'll think that it's a machine gun, so it should sound like, but each one of these have, you know, their own unique stylized you know, sounds to them,
and it doesn't sound like a tin can.
Exactly.
It sounds realistic. It actually has bass in the shots.
So let's watch. We're gonna let everybody watch a little bit more of this gameplay, and we're gonna pop back on right before the end of the video to talk a little bit more about the game.
Moving. Scratch one. Form up on me. We've got some climbing to do.
Hunter, Overlord, we've got a fix on the VIP cell signal. We'll keep track of him for you.
Copy that. You sure he's worth the trouble?
That's a negative, but DIA wants him, so we deliver.
He knows we're the good guys, right?
He knows we're his only way out. That's gonna have to be good enough.
Doesn't seem too happy about it.
If he survives, I'll be sure to remind him of his good fortune.
Let's see what's inside. Get a sensor in there.
Sensor out.
Hostiles. Set up to breach. We've got contact up ahead.
Okay, so first off, Skelly.
What? How long did I want to sit there without, you know, realizing I had another objective?
I think you were supposed to throw the sensor over the top of that building where you got your ammo. There's a big hole up there. No, but either way. So, got a little bit of bullet time right here.
Just a little bit. And we clear the room. No questions.
No questions at all.
You got a status on the
There was no...
Now, I will say this, talking about a little bit back of this whole cover mode thing that they do right here.
Mixed with civilians.
Yeah, I
How they-
love the way
he
that looks.
leans.
Yeah,
Oh,
how,
dude, it's awesome.
how he looks under the door. If they gave me, you know, if they gave you a little bit of control over which way he looked and actually being able to shoot at that point,
Yeah.
that would have been the greatest ever. But the way they did it good.
All these people freaking out. Come on. So, right now we're going to go ahead and wrap up the 1st and 10 on Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Overall, Skelly, what do you think about the game so far?
Shooter-wise, I'm giving it a 9.2 out of 10.
Okay, I agree with that. From the beta amount that I played, I actually got the game today. I haven't been able to play it yet. I am really trying to focus on some other stuff game-wise right now, but from what I've seen in this video and what I remember from the beta, I will agree with that 100%. Now, overall game aspects and concept, what do you think?
Phenomenal. They did military shooters right with this one.
I agree. So really big round of applause to Ubisoft. Great job on this title. And thank you guys so much for watching the 1st and 10 right here on secondopinionpod.com. Watch out for the another version of this 1st and 10 coming out. I guess another episode, let's say that. We're going to do a little non-audio 1st and 10 of the new episode of Sonic that just released, and we'll be releasing that in the next few days. So thank you for coming to secondopinionpod.com, and thank you guys so much for watching the 1st and 10. Peace. We're out.
Later.